some young broke dude.
Screw Uber. It's Friday night. Don't drink and drive. Message me and I'll come get you in a 2000 Ford F-250 4x4 with a case of beer and a cooler in the back, blasting Skinner on the speakers, and I'll holler, "Hell yeah, brother," at everything you say. A thing I've started doing with my class is giving them a secret mission where they have to do something, and if another staff member tells me about it, the whole class moves up my rewards chart. Last week was holding doors for people. This week is asking people about their day. I pet a cow! My wife has been dead for 19 years, but on our wedding anniversary, August 16th, I always make sure that I drink a glass of champagne, eat a good meal, and enjoy an excellent piece of cake, because life is about moments of joy and despair, and remembering the journey with loved ones.
I don't mean to brag or anything, but your boy just fucking beat stage 4 cancer today. Let's fucking go!
Idris Elba dethroned Blake Shelton to become this year's sexiest man alive. Sorry, I have to disagree. It's really a three-way tie between my three grandsons. Ladies, they're single, but not for long. Tick, tick, tick.
My disabled son has been obsessed with exotic cars for years. When I asked Callum a while ago what would be his favorite thing for Christmas, he said, "Well, Dad, I'd love a drive in a supercar, but I know that can't happen." A few days later, I posted this request on an Australian exotic car website, thinking that maybe, just maybe, one person might respond. The website went mad. Now we've got 3 events planned for my son, Callum. People rock.
Me, sliding $10 to bartender. I'll have the usual. Bartender gives me a hug.
There's this one girl at school who sends a mass text to the whole year group whenever she sees a dog so that we can go pat it too if we're nearby. And I have petted at least 5 dogs because of her that I wouldn't have otherwise. And I don't know, I hope you all have someone like her in your lives.
My wife never finished a cup of coffee or a cup of tea if I didn't make it for her. I asked about it once and her response was, "It just tastes better when you make it." Always makes me feel better seeing an empty cup.
I often come to bed after her, and she's a pretty heavy sleeper. Without fail, I'll get settled into bed and she does what I call the reach, where she'll start swatting around to find me. Once a body part is located, she attempts to crawl into my skin, all while asleep. Ha 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 ha. Most nights I just lay there and kinda chuckle. It's the little things. Destroyed my knee a couple years ago in a dirt bike accident. On the bad days, she'll rub balm on it and lightly sing to me. Soothes all the anger and pain I have. God, I'm lucky. Thanks for reminding me. Not so grand as some of the gestures noted here, but when my wife and I go shopping and get separated, we will find each other again, and she always smiles when she sees me. Sometimes I'll wander off just so we can bump into each other and I get to see that smile. I've never told her this for fear she will become aware of it and stop. 28 years and she still smiles when she sees me. I get misty if I think too hard about it.
When you accidentally open the front camera but you're cute as fuck so it doesn't matter.
A little girl in my mom's neighborhood has a very old pug with severe arthritis. Today I saw her gently strap him into a baby stroller and wait for the UPS truck so they could chase after it, running and laughing as the pup barked. You know, just in case you forgot what love means.
You remind me of mac and cheese.
How so?
I love mac and cheese.
When you're mad about something and you tell your mom and she gets mad too. I showed this to my mom and she said, "Damn right." Deleted my weather app because there's a guy in my office that always tells me anyway, and the app never asks me how my weekend was. Shout out Bill. My weekend was awesome, man. Thanks for asking.
So far, you've survived 100% of your worst days. You're doing great. My 5-year-old asked me to tell you guys this joke. I'm so sorry. Why did the chicken cross the road? 'Cause your butt stinks. Ha! Stinky butt! He doesn't understand downvotes, so I'll eat the loss of karma because this made him happy.
Holy shit, I'm finally verified. Now that I have your attention, please stop destroying the planet.
When your candles are fake, but it's okay because your love keeps you warm.
This kid comes and visits my grandmother every day, 4 to 5 times a day. He just told me it was to check on her, to make sure she wakes up from all her naps. My heart can't take this.
I just found out that my husband fills the dog's water dish not from the tap, but from the fridge's water purifier feature. She'd do the same for me, he said. Not sure what's more awkward, the fact that I said I love you to the pizza guy after he took my order on the phone, or the fact that he showed up with breadsticks shaped like a bouquet. Either way, we're dating now. My mom always made me a birthday cake every year for 44 years. 2 months since she died and my old dad tried his hardest and my heart melted. I sit next to a popular sports boy in my math class and he was sleeping, so I leaned over and doodled a flower on his paper, and the first time he didn't wake up, but the second time he did and smiled at me. And later in class I saw he had doodled a whole tiny meadow around the 2 flowers, and he was trying to hide it, but it didn't work. I know your secret, popular sports boy. You are just as dorky and cute as everyone else. My sister came home from school one day and asked me to take her to the library so she could get books on sign language. She said there was a new kid at school who was deaf and she wanted to be friends with him. Today, I stood beside her at their wedding watching her sign I do.
Today I got up, cleaned the kitchen, vacuumed, folded, and put laundry away. My house actually looks clean. Take that, depression.
Jeannie, you have 3 wishes. Me, take her back to the little fuzzball puppy we brought home so we can have another 14 years with her. Jeannie, done. Hey, wait, you have 2 more wishes. Me, see ya at 33.
I accidentally told my friend the sweetest pickup line ever. I started talking about solipsism, the belief that everything around you was created by your mind, and I went, if everything around me is all my imagination, then you're the best thing I've come up with. She was speechless for a solid 5 minutes.
A grieving dad designed this tombstone of his paralyzed from birth son climbing out of his wheelchair and reaching for the sky.
What would you do if your child or teenager threw a birthday party and nobody showed up? This didn't happen to my son, but to my younger brother on his 6th birthday. I was 17. So my mom handed out every invitation and some parents actually responded and made sure they were going. The day came and nobody showed up. My mom was furious and my brother was so sad. My mom was busy calling the parents, but I didn't care about them, to be honest. I just wanted to cheer up my brother. So I called some of my closest friends and I told them, it's my brother's birthday party. Come on over, there's plenty of food. In an hour they were there and we had a blast. We jumped in the bouncy house and I taught my brother how to play FIFA. He opened his presents and my friends actually got him something on their way. We sang happy birthday and he started crying and hugged me and we blew the candles together. He forgot all about the people that didn't show up and he slept like a baby.